What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. A beautiful fragrance review today. It's from the niche house of Royal Crown. It's a brand out of Italy, and the fragrance name, as you can see from the title, is called Celebration. Let's hit it. Let's talk about the fragrance here. Let me first show you the beautiful, awesome box that it comes in. And if this is your first time visiting my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up button if you like fragrance related contents. And already I have started doing giveaways, so make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss your chance to be winning some awesome, cool fragrance prizes. So let's begin with the presentation. Look at this. Royal Crown. It says Celebration right there at the bottom. It's I don't know, it's a very smooth, shiny kind of fabric on top. It's very premium feeling, trust me. It's not completely white, slightly like a tad bit grayish kind of shade to it, but it's beautiful. Yeah. There's a sticker. The sticker is kind of like one of those aluminum metallic kind of sticker. So it's very sticky. It just sticks very well. So once you open it, you will see that the bottle sits right there. And inside here, this is like a deep notch. And this is like a leathered kind of thing. It's not like authentic leather. But that's about it, guys. Very simple, yet very elegant presentation. I would want to give you one little warning. Whenever you order this fragrance online and it comes in via shipping, unless you go to a Royal Crown boutique and buy this, always make sure you hold the box like this, like flat on a bed. Take this thing off very carefully and then open it very carefully. And I will tell you in a second why. I learned my lesson in the hard way. Well, almost. So this fragrance, let me show you this awesome bottle. No other bottle in my collection resembles this thing. Look at this. Look at this multi-faced, phenomenal. I think this is one of those hand-polished crystal bottles. It's very heavy. It says Celebration right here in the front, and the cap is actually resembling a crown. Look at this. And it's got the flag of Italy right here. Red, white, and green. Look at all those crown jewels. Like, wow. Every little detail. Like, you see like each and every little gemstone. But the problem why I talked to you about that thing, like the warning that I gave you, is because this cap, this crown, like the crown on top of your head, this thing just sits there. It does not lock into place. So when it's shipping, that bottle is moving around violently, trust me. And this thing sometimes come off. And sometimes they cause damage to the bottle, or maybe this whole thing just breaks. It snaps because, again, this thing is almost as heavy as the bottle itself. So you can imagine, like, absolute premium quality. Just look at this again. Look at all that detail. Oh my God. Now, let's talk about the notes in this fragrance. I'm going to read the notes from the Royal Crown website. On the top, you got mandarin, bergamot, mint, lemon, rosemary, and chamomile. In the heart notes, you have orange blossom, ginestra, I don't know what that is. That's fairly new to me. Olive flower, Iris Florentina jasmine, I guess. Or is it Iris Florentina jasmine? Okay, whatever. Narcissus. And in the base, you have oak moss, absinthe, cypress wood, artemisia, and mastic. Like, some of these terms or notes are very new to me. But this fragrance, when you spray it, the opening, it just kind of brings your entire sense to life. Like, maybe you're feeling a bit drowsy before going to work. You're still drowsy. Like, I don't feel like going to work. Why do I have to work? Spray this. Trust me, your senses will come back to life. And why do I say that? It's because the zesty citrus with all that mint, it just bursts into life. Remember when I talked about Torino 21, it was one of those fragrances that super energizes your senses. And then there was Fragrance du Bois, New York Intense, a very alive kind of fragrance. I'm talking about the same level of intensity that this fragrance gives to your life, to your senses. Now, the zesty opening is very soothing, yet has this cooling sensation. And let me tell you one thing. This is an interesting fact that a lot of reviewers never said. The mint in here is for real. Like when you spray this thing on your skin, you actually feel the cooling sensation. Like this is actual mint. I don't know if they use like an organic thing, like the real thing. Of course, like all these niche houses, they do use a lot of natural ingredients. I don't know what they used in here, but this thing actually cools down your body. Like you feel that cooling sensation that you get from mint. Imagine your gum has that mint, you chew it, and then you get that cooling sensation in your mouth. You get the exact same kind of cooling sensation all over your body. It's a beautiful feeling, trust me. The mint over here, it's not one of those your gum or your toothpaste kind of mint. It's a very soothing, although it's potent, but it's very soothing, very beautifully done. The citruses over here, the bergamot, the lemon, and the mandarin, has this beautiful playful feeling to it. It has this beautiful citrusy opening. Has this tiny tad bit vibe of bitterness, and I believe it's coming from the bergamot. It's not one of that fruity ripe bergamot. It's one of those, probably the green ones, where you get that bitterness, the zesty bitterness, and the lemon and the mandarin balances that bitterness with their sweetness and their zestiness too. Drying down, this fragrance has this tad bit of floral nuance to it. Now, olive flower or olive blossom, when they say it, like, I never smelled anything that has olive flower in it, but I believe it's adding to that like a subtle earthy kind of thing. That's what I kind of got. Like, there's a green vibe to it. This fragrance celebration, Royal Crown celebration, has a lot of green vibe to it. And remember, this is one of the green that does not like give you that sense that you're smelling a crushed leaf or something, but it's this beautiful natural soothing smell. Imagine you're going through a drive, right? You're going through a long drive along some kind of near some kind of an ocean where this cooling sea breeze is coming in, and then you're driving, you're getting all this beautiful green aroma from the air, like the forest and everything is giving you all this beautiful aroma in the air, and you're smelling it. Your body is cooling down. That's the kind of sensation I got when wearing this fragrance. Now, drying down, the oak moss, when you hear oak moss, a lot of people might get offended, like, oh, I don't like oak moss, right? But the oak moss is at a bare minimum. The absinthe over here has this kind of like a strong, kind of like a bitter, boozy kind of feel, almost towards the dry down, but it's very nominal. Unless your nose is very trained, you will probably never pick it up. So, and drying down even further, like they do mention cypress wood, artemisia, and all those things. Like, I did not pick up all that, but like in fragrances, sometimes they put notes to balance out things. Pretty much this fragrance does not open too much. It develops like moderately, but it mostly stays linear, which I absolutely loved. Like the mint just lives throughout the fragrance, and the first 1 hour is like super loud projection, and then slowly this fragrance starts coming in, like it stays closer to your skin. But the beauty of it is because of the high quality ingredients used in Royal Crown celebration, like this fragrance just keeps on living and living on your skin. The moment your body sweats or heats up, it just starts wafting out again. That's the beautiful part about this fragrance. At one point, like when I was wearing this fragrance during the full wearings, I was like, oh my god, like, is this one of those expensive freshes that's running out of performance? No, it's not. So, you know, like when you're in a cooler environment, it's going to stick very close to you. But once your body heats up, it starts wafting out. And it's almost like a 1 or 2 foot scent bubble. And it leaves a beautiful scent trail because every time I walked past somebody, they would catch a whiff. And you know, like when people know that you're the one who wears all these weird or different kind of fragrances, they will at some point learn to tell you that, hey, you're smelling great, or hey, you're not smelling great. They will tell you something. And coworkers are the best examples over here. So, you know, like people randomly did give me a feedback like, hey, this is smelling very fresh, very refreshing. What is it? Or, you know, like, I think this is a perfect summer fragrance, which it is. By right, Celebration is a perfect summer fragrance. Do I give it 10 out of 10? I will not give it a 10 out of 10. The only reason is because, you know, it comes and goes. So I would probably give it an 8, like a solid 8. But again, that's not a low rating. And that's the only reason is because, like, first off, I really wish this cap locked into place so that it wouldn't bob around inside the box. And number 2, I really wished this fragrance had that like Torino 21 did. Like that fragrance was a 10 on 10 in my books. And there's good reason why. So guys, that was my take on Royal Crown Celebration, a release from 2011, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but I got it right now in 2023 and I love it. I love it. It's just that I put the little dent on that rating because I just told you why, right? So yeah, that was my honest take. No biased opinion here, no sponsored content. Bought with my own personal money. Nobody sent me this, right? So if you want to show your love and support to my channel, make sure you subscribe and you hit the thumbs up because it means a lot to me. Make sure you comment and let me know if this is have you ever tried Royal Crown Celebration or any other fragrance from Royal Crown? What was your experience? Please let me know. I have another fragrance. I think I have the other one, Habanos. Habanos? How do you pronounce it? Whatever. But you get the point, right? I've got Habanos, absolute monster. We'll be talking about that very soon. But until the next one, guys, please take care, stay safe, and all the best.